Yeah, see, it says live.
It says we're live, but it's not kicked over on my thing yet. Hello, hello, if you can see us. Oh, there it's starting. Did it finally go?
Got the commercial.
Yeah, got the
Gotta have
commercial.
YouTube's commercial.
There it is. Hi, guys. You forgot to reprogram the cat food thing.
I need to reset that to go off like 10 minutes before our live. So.
Oh, look, they're already starting with the blue hearts. Yay!
Hello, everybody. So glad you could make it in.
Yes.
It's one of those days, y'all. We're fighting for you to have the energy and ambition tonight. Just this weather is really taking its toll, and we know everybody's in it and having it. Yeah, lots and lots of blue hearts. That's awesome.
Yeah. So as always, y'all, we're just gonna say hi to everybody. We appreciate everyone that's here. Throw up your blue hearts or your pink hands. Let everyone know that you're here. Take a look in their chat boxes. If you see anybody that you don't recognize, pop over to their channel, check them out, subscribe, do all those wonderful things. And that way it leaves it open for any questions that you guys have. And I know y'all's wondering, the first question you have is, why is Tara got some bright red lips? Well, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, that was everybody's concern. That's all the comments that have been in here so far.
I know.
Why are your lips so red?
Well, I wanted to go with a little bit something more pink. And I grabbed I got these little wines or these little lip stains that are like little wine bottles. And it's hard to tell which one's which. And I accidentally grabbed the red, not the pink. And once you start with a lip stain, you can't go back. So I thought I'd just harness my inner Rosie Riveter, and I took the bandana off because I did look a little goofy. In the summertime, I don't mind, but it serves a purpose to keep sweat on my face.
Oh, you hot mess. It's every day, y'all. I just put clothes on, and she's like, makeup and what earrings go where. And
thanks, Jonesy.
Yeah. Well, he's talking about he's rubbing it in that it's so hot over in Tasmania because we're
freezing with the snow. I thought he meant my red lips were hot. No? Oh. Oops. Yeah. Oh, Jackie's here too. Hi, Daryl and Jackie. Nice. Yeah. So I mean, the weather's probably sapped me a little bit more than it's sapped Jason. I spent, and I'm ashamed to say this, y'all, I spent 2 full days doing that video that I put out yesterday for our 1-year anniversary on the homestead. It was a lot. And you sit for that long, and when you're not used to sitting, you just don't feel like doing anything after that. So, but I'm not sorry. It was a beautiful look back. There was so much more I wanted to include, and video limit, I'd already gone over my 20. I'd already gone over my 30. But yeah, it turned out great. And so thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Yay. And yeah, that's awesome, guys. Thank you.
See, just, you don't need all that.
What?
Oh, look, we'll even throw Gabby up. She's working and listening.
Hi, sweetheart.
What's she having?
That's
must be Punky in there.
Yeah, the picture's so tiny.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you guys so much. Oh, I saw a question in there, or I saw us tag it. Oh, no, actually we haven't, Dawn. She asked about us if you had to break out your crayons and go to town. We've not been to town. We haven't been to town since way before the big snow. I think you ran.
I went to town yesterday.
Oh, he did. I lied. I was in.
Every day, y'all. Every day.
I was making a movie, y'all. Mm-hmm.
I did go to town. I didn't grab extra crayons. I probably should have, but I had to get propane and, the luxuries of, like, it's not bad here in the house. Like, we're enjoying, but I don't get the full luxury of being, hey, I'm in the house, because we still have to maintain the fifth wheel because Jenna's in there. And with her working and stuff like that, so keeping an eye on things. luckily Jake is close and he's been helping take care of, some of the chores with that. But when it comes to having to go get propane and that stuff,
yeah, we have the truck
Dad's on it, has to go get it. So
Yeah.
with this cold, I think that furnace, even with electric heater in there, was probably running nonstop.
Yeah.
And
it got cold, y'all.
Keith just quit laughing. Keith, I will never not laugh at that moment. I will remember it, and I'm so glad I have it recorded.
I still chuckle and
every time, look, I can't even stop.
Yeah, it was a great video. It was a great. I'd started out the video, with it supposing to be like the whole, when you're look back on the property, and I quickly realized it wasn't just about what we accomplished here on the property. It's what we accomplished in relationships and friendships and crazily, I didn't have any footage from Mid-America because when we went to Mid-America, we didn't film. Nothing. We didn't care about filming. All we cared about was getting to know people.
That was our first YouTube meetup. We were still brand new, wet behind the ears, and YouTube didn't, I couldn't even spell YouTube at that point. So
I just read Paul's comment.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, I do all of his grooming, right? I do all that. And typically I will go in and it's painstaking and I snip all the grays out. So I did miss some of the gray because it is turning. We'll be saying ho, ho, ho real soon.
It don't bother me. I'd like
it don't bother me
it
either.
At some point, getting it like.
I'd
rather have it just all one color. Like I'm not gonna dye it dark, but I'd rather it just like bleach out. And
you want to dye it?
No.
I've
never dyed any hair, and no.
I know it's
punky as cow on Halloween.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, it's a when you color your hair, it's like once you start it, you can't stop. I'm fortunate I don't color my hair either, and for those that do have to color it's an every 6 to 8 week process, and ain't no one got time for that. Not when you're doing a homestead. So yeah, no. Yep.
Clarissa made it in. Had to hook up some phones.
Yeah, poor Clarissa. Oh, I felt so bad. If ever I wanted to be back in Michigan, it was to help her out the other day.
Someone figured out the YouTubes. It's on the screen.
Oh, she got there. Hi, Laura. And I'm sorry, sweetheart. We just left the cameras where they were for our other live. So I'm going to have to FaceTime you and show you the kitchen stove area that you want to see. So I know I even told him that, and he's like, oh, I got to move everything. So I was like, oh, it's fine. We'll just FaceTime later. But yeah, so for those that don't know, Laura and Spencer are friends of ours that we met in Corpus Christi when we were snowbirding down there a couple years ago. And I kid you not, I woke up this morning and still had snow on the ground. I'm like, babe, can we just like grab the nugget and go to Corpus Christi? Like, let's just shoot out of Dodge.
Yeah, we're itching for a trip, and
we're waiting on Mama V.
Yeah, and with this weather, it obviously, like, safety and the well-being of everybody that's going to be involved of going to help and help Mama V. Obviously, we're postponing it, and it was going to be a much inclusive trip when we did that. So we're kind of waiting, but in limbo. We're like, we really want to travel. Of course, somebody still has to finish cleaning the nugget. So.
Oh yeah. She's almost got it done.
Bert's?
Just a regular Moscato. In fact, I'm sipping on it because I ain't feeling the best. My tummy's all acting kind of honky on me. So, yeah. Yep.
Boy, you meant that I upset my stepdaughter by getting her twins some new crayons. They're only 5 years old.
Oh, permanent markers are the way to go. Permanent markers at 5 are the way to go, y'all.
No, they gotta be the washables. What?
No, what fun
Asking
is that?
where's Charlie?
He was chilling out on the sofa.
Well, he might have been over there eating too. I don't know.
Yeah, he might be.
He was trying to crawl up earlier, and I gave him the boot. So.
Yeah, I was trimming up Jason's hair and beard last night, and I was just bent over, trying to get in there and, get it. And he decides he's just going to jump onto my back and then just wants me to do his bidding. He's just, Charlie. Excuse me. I'll probably burp a lot in here. Excuse me. Well, thank you. Thank you. It was a really great video. You know, what we have found, and I know this sounds, and it just kind of keeps us back and whoosh, brings us back centered, but some of our favorite videos are not our best performing videos, if that makes sense. Even, okay, for instance, when we went back up north last summer to the river, that was some of our worst produced or worst performing videos ever, but they were some of our favorites. And we still cry when we watch them. And so that's kind of how this video was, it did all right, but not, wasn't no land speed record, but
I'd be okay with that.
We just loved it. We absolutely loved it.
And then Gabby said that Sam and Punky just came and visited her at work.
Nice.
So
nice. I need to get a care package, and I need to bake some more. Send up some more stuff for the kids. Yeah. And
right there, Johnny. Yep. I will full like there. I will never do dye of any sort. That's just.
No, I'm pretty lucky. I've got a little bit of gray at my temples, but that's pretty much it.
Keep cutting the gray, I'm gonna end up bald around the jaw.
Okay, you might have a point. And I don't know what I'm doing because up until him, I was never cutting beards before.
Melinda Dobson said use your mascara to brush it on my beard. No.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No, it ain't.
No?
I shouldn't have put it up there. But
can you imagine what your pillow would look like? Yeah, that wouldn't work out so well.
All right.
Yeah, so we're supposed to be getting a couple of good days of weather and then some more bad days and then some more good days, but rain.
Yeah, it's, I think, 5-6 days of straight rain, and it's going to make it a mess around here, but we're going to have to...
Go ahead, baby. You don't have to watch me. I can do something here.
Wow, she's clicking stuff, y'all.
Yeah. So I just actually responded from a message on the video, and they had the kindest, sweetest thing to say. So I just wanted to bring them up and tell you thank you.
Welcome in.
Kindness is their handle. So I haven't had a chance to see if you have a channel or whatever, but thank you so much for your comment because I greatly appreciate it. And I try to respond to every single comment. I've said it before and I'll continue to say it that, I feel if y'all are taking time out of your day to watch our videos and to comment, you owe a personal response from us. I'd say 95% of the time I do it if I'm busy doing something and we have a lot of comments. I'll ask him to sort through them too, but it's important to us. So I just wanted to say thank you. Jumping on a plane helps that problem? Yep. Gosh, we haven't flown since we went to Georgia like 6 years ago. 5 years ago, something like that. Yeah. We haven't been on a plane in a long time.
Yeah. And it is, while like Lauren's saying same here, amazed at which of ours gained traction. It's so weird because like we know it's not just us, it's pretty much anybody that's putting content out. Is you'll talk to them and you're like, a video they really love and it doesn't do great, and then they're like, well, I just put something out and it blows up. So
yeah. And it's real hard. Like we knew, I literally worked on that video 2 full days. That's one, why it was late. 2, we know better than to put a video out after 5 p.m. If we put a video out after 5 p.m., it does squat. And because, all of our viewers and most viewers are usually in lives or, things like that. And that first hour is so critical in your video release. It's the thing that tells YouTube to either push your video out or not. And so if you don't have massive amounts of views that first hour it comes out, it just slows it down. We tried to figure out the YouTuber algorithm, but
It's a loss.
And I knew better than to release a video that late, but I really didn't care. I was trying to get it out for y'all, and it is what it is.
So. Not to be sorry for you. You're beating yourself up more than anything.
I hated being late on a video.
Well, you had a year's worth of footage to go through. How it didn't take you a week was a miracle.
Yeah.
So Thomas is asking how far do I think the Lions will go? Maybe all the way. I honestly, I watch college football and I watch Michigan, obviously. But NFL, I'm not. I think it's awesome because obviously, Detroit has not been a really good team for quite some time. And so it is exciting to see them going and hopefully they go all the way. But
yeah,
don't bother me. So yeah, Bert says it remembers when you cut Jake's hair.
He's about due for another one if he'll let me. Yeah, he is about due. He was down today. Oh, we gained another little critter on the ridge. So one day last week, it was the first cold night, or no, it was the day before the cold night. I need subtle pink highlights on the beard. Oh, gotcha. Jacob messaged and he's like, hey, there's a cat outside my cabin just sitting on the porch. And I was like, really? Take a picture of it. And so he took a picture of a cute kitty, right? And lo and behold, they always say a cat will find its own owners. And that cat just clung to Jake. And yeah, so now Jake is a proud kitty papa. And she looks a lot like Callie. And she's just about as needy, and he's just about enamored with her as we are with ours. He went the next day and bought her toys, and yeah. So, of course, Jenna has Maya. Well, we kind of have Maya most of the time. But,
well, I was gonna say, I guess we involuntarily got adopted to Maya. So
yeah. So, but yeah, now all of us have a pet. So, yeah, we think somebody just dropped this little kitty off, because it's clearly socialized and loves attention and is a snuggler. I don't know where it came from, but it's here and it chose Jake.
Yeah.
So he's got a kitty.
And Clarissa says Sizzle's going to go into shock when he gets home. And then I thought this was pretty cool.
After being in Florida, yeah.
Hello to Esther Bailey, which is Gabby's boss. They must be really busy tonight.
Either that or she just got busted. Oh, well, we appreciate you letting her listen. We do miss our kids a lot. And our grandkids for sure. And
yeah, he calls 6 years a long time. Like, yeah.
Wow.
Well, and that's we
drive a lot.
We enjoy the driving, the travel to and there. Well, we're supposed to anyways, but somebody gets over it. But I guess we like the fact that, and that's why we went with the Nugget. And, we started out with the campers and stuff, and now we have the Nugget to make traveling easier. You'll fly, which I understand. There's locations that you want to go to that you don't have a choice to fly. But, like I have to carry a CPAP. So that's one extra bag there, plus all the luggage and everything. And you got to haul it in and out. It's just, we would much rather drive. Like, I prefer driving anyways because I enjoy the scenery.
And I do too. It's just if we get in a congested area, or if I start getting nervous with traffic, it takes a lot to calm me down. So I don't enjoy those parts, or in big cities and interchanges, that kind of thing. So yeah.
Lauren says they only need one more sub to hit 300.
Nice.
Wow, congrats, guys.
So if you guys missed it, making it home, that's Lauren and Joel. They were the ones in my video that did the birthday video for me with the hats, which we still crack up laughing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Johnny said his best video was out at 1 a.m.
Oh, geez.
So, I don't know. We've played around with the times.
We just know for our videos, they never do good after 5.
Yeah, like we used to send them out super early in the morning, and
those didn't do either.
Like we'd do the video, we would schedule it the night before, so it'd come out that next morning, and
and yeah, smash that thumbs up.
Oh wait.
Yeah, I know, right? I haven't heard him calling lately, and I'll go out and look at the stars and such, and I hear critters crawling. It's been a couple weeks since I distinctly heard what I thought was Sasquatch stuff. Happens every couple weeks. It's here. I know it.
Angie's not enjoying the tumbleweeds of hair from a couple huskies, evidently.
Yeah, we need to get a good air purifier. I did have a company
Oh,
reach out. I need to go back
okay.
through and look through all of our.
Gabby's not fired. Whew, she was just curious what she was listening to.
Yeah. Yeah, up in the camper, we had a pretty good air filter, and not having one here in the tiny house, I can definitely tell a difference. Like I'll dust, and the next day it's like dusty again. So definitely need to work on getting in here. And I was thinking we had a collaboration offer for something, so I may have to go back and look. Oh, they made it 301. Nice. Yeah, I think what's our next milestone? 3,400?
44.
Or 4,400, something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're at 43,34. So like I guess our next one is 5,000, y'all. Can you believe that? Like that's crazy. So we don't know how to play the YouTube game, so we don't know what helps. Whether sharing, whether commenting, is it all? Is it
I think it's just a little bit of everything, and it's a little who you are as people on your channel, who you are, like what your content is, maybe your geographical location. Like
we don't know.
Yeah.
We're just enjoying the ride while we go. But 5,000 will be killer. That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome.
Yeah, it looks like Daryl, where'd it go? Fared pretty well in North Carolina for the weather.
Nice.
Does make me miss coastal North Carolina this time of year.
I know. I even said that, like, why didn't we move to North Carolina? But yeah, no, we love Arkansas. We're glad to be here.
All right.
So we haven't been able to work on the YouTube studio, clearly. And I think that's just what's got me so defeated. Like I'm just so in that project mode that when you're forced to stop,
that's probably the hardest thing for us in any of the projects that we've done up to this point was when we get into that project, we're in it. We're like, hey, we're gonna go like start to finish. That's the intention anyways. Yeah. It never happens that way. And I think that's for us, it's the aggravating part of it. Because we want to go start to finish, get it done, move on to the next one. But, things happen. I mean, we started Jake's cabin and then it was like, well, we kind of need to divert for a minute. And,
we're all over the place.
We started this and then it was like, well, now we have to build, that's kind of really what started it was we started this to be a small cabin for Jake. And then
I fell in love with it.
Yeah. So then that changed things to where we had to flip and make Jake a cabin and, then, get in animals, we had to build
but we're not complaining because that's what works for us.
Yeah, it does.
We're both, we're gung-ho people, but I hate to say it, we're a very squirrely moment. And so our brains never stop with projects. Like, and I hate to say it, but we're kind of already planning our log cabin, not Walden. We're talking another home. That's just the way our brains work. And so it's like, it keeps us stimulated. It keeps us fresh.
Yeah.
And, it allows us to go gung ho on a project and then flip to another project, and boredom isn't a factor for us. What is a factor for us is being stuck in the house.
I mean, I got out today. Well, I got out yesterday and ran to town, like I was saying earlier.
And I wanted to go, but I was trying to get the video out.
And did a little bit of that, and the other thing, and like I've talked to my brother, like obviously, one of our daughters is in here tonight. My sister Bert, they're all up north yet.
Yeah.
We're not unaccustomed to snow and cold weather. And, even talking to my brother, because he's like, you only had a couple inches. What's the big deal? Like, go wherever you want to go. And it's like, well, no, they shut everything down. He's like, for 2 inches? What? Well,
Yeah.
it's not, we're not flat land here. And they don't have the equipment to maintain the roads fast enough and properly.
And anyone that's been to the ridge, for those of you in the chats that have, it is no straight shot to get to the ridge. It is a
and that's
it's
you know, and so there's just there's a safety factor in it. Could I go to town at any time, no matter the amount of snow that's here? Absolutely. I know I could get myself to town, but
he'd go alone.
And I did it last year. We had a lot bigger snow last year, and I did go to town. You know, but then the caveat to that is when everything, you know, the roads are the way they are, everything's shut down because nobody
there was
goes
nothing open anyway
to be open. So, yeah.
A drunk snake made the roads in Clark. That is true. That is so true. It's beautiful, but yeah, like when Kirsten and Cameron and Nathan came down over, you know, at Christmas time, they were darn near motion sick before they got here.
And the funny part was there was 2 different routes at a certain point coming down that you can take one route and it is very, very windy and twisty and turny. And of course, being their age, I was like, hey, and you know, they love their video games. So I'm like, it's a Mario Kart road. And of course, Nathan, he was all excited about it. He's like, sweet. And Kirsten was like, no, Dad, what's the other route? Well, so I sent her the less curvy and hilly, and it is a lot better route. Like you can actually do probably 65 in spots instead of the 35 and 40 the whole time. And she got here, and then she's like, I thought you said it was less, like this seemed Mario Kart to me. And
no.
I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, Don, it is for Lee. Yeah, exactly, by the lakes, because we have to cross a really big lake and a really big bridge. And yeah, it just wasn't safe.
Real quick. Norwegian Homestead's asking, go lay down. Go. Sorry. She heard her name.
Maya.
Do we use winter tires? I don't use winter tires down here. I did occasionally when I was up north because there is a difference between, you know, your winter and summer tires, and using them in the different season. But
I never did in Ohio. It wasn't a thing until I got
you didn't have to. There was a lot of times that I just ran the same, you know, all-terrain tires all year round.
I figured if the Amish buggies can get down the road, I can get down the road.
They well, there's a little bit of different science behind that, but we won't go into that lesson, my love.
Oh, geez.
But no, Xandria will teach at it. It's not, like I said.
I grew up in it.
Yeah, it's not a matter of...
My very first car was a 1981 Ford Granada, cherry red with a white top and spoked wheels. Right, that thing was a boat, and rear-wheel drive, and that was back when, you know, you could just turn donuts I grew up driving in the snow in Indiana and Ohio and sometimes Michigan on the weekends, but it's different down here. Like it is different. You're not driving down flat land. So hi there, Mama B.
Yeah, and like even David, you know, he's up there all
terrain is
what I use. And I think, you know, in an area that I guess the best place I could say is probably in spots, say like Canada and North. So you like where we were at in Michigan, and maybe even northern Michigan would be a good, you know, kind of like the UP and the northern part and that northern part of the U.S. There is a major benefit to the traction that a winter tire versus summer tire would provide.
Oh, for sure.
You know, plus they're going to be using, you know, snow chain or, you know, chains on the tires and doing all those things. So, you know, in these kind of climates down here, I don't see that.
Yeah, Brian, if I periodically do look, my mom actually had 3 Granadas. It was just, if I could find a Granada, especially a 1981 cherry red, white top, spoked wheel, sunroof Granada, I would fly across the country to bring that car home. just just, I don't know. It was I actually inherited it. My mom actually had got it when I was like 15, and then she died. And so I paid off the loan and I had it for my first vehicle. And they called it Rocky's Rockin' Red Radish. And I love that car. I really did. I would have never gotten rid of it if it weren't for my foster family. But anyway, long story that is not told here. But yeah, so Granadas were awesome. They were awesome. Absolutely, for sure. I don't know. There's just something about the safety.
So
8-track player and all that.
I threw this up because a little story kind of goes. Her first car was a Vega. My first actual car that I owned and drove, because I always had a truck. You know, my first vehicles were trucks. But then I joined the Marine Corps and I needed a vehicle. I was going to North Carolina, and the truck I was driving was our dad's, and he's like, I wanted to buy it from him. He said no. But Bert was like, hey, buy my Celica. And she had a pretty sweet little Celica GT.
Oh, you got your Celica from Bert?
I did. And the greatest part about this story, and I know she'll come on and probably deny it, but she's like, I'm tired of putting clutches into this thing. It's just burning through clutches.
Yeah.
I had it for like 2.5 years, never put one clutch in it. It's because somebody liked to ride the clutch.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
Throw up Petrus, because I do want to talk about this. So Petrus says, being present in big creators helps with subs. Excuse me. Doing great. Deeds or tragedies boost subs. Okay. So I do want to address that a little bit because, yes, you do see a lot of thumbnails that imply a tragedy or imply that there's something really, really wrong. And, we've all been there. We've all done it. And yeah, there are times that it warrants it, or sometimes it's conveyed a little differently. We do see a lot of, channels that do market themselves along that logic. And I don't want to focus on that. Like if something bad happened, I'm going to tell you. It's not to say I'm never going to clickbait a thumbnail, because you never know. And, I don't want karma to come back and slap me in the face. But for the most part, I want to focus on the happy part of life. It doesn't always, and I don't want to ever give our struggles more attention than they deserve.
Yeah.
So if we struggle with something, I'm always looking at the other side. And so I agree with you that maybe if I made every thumbnail a trauma, we might get more clicks, but it doesn't sit well in my gut. So I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing. And if something does happen, then maybe I'll stick it up. But yeah, we just choose to focus on the positive. And if that's part of it, then so be it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So Derek's just talking about like that. I don't know the scientifics behind it, but I do know, like, even being when I was in Georgia and it snowed, and when I was in North Carolina and it snowed, the lack of kind of proper road care, which it doesn't, everybody pays enough taxes to their county and their state as it is already. And so for a state like, in the southern states, for them to maintain that kind of equipment all the time, and there might be some truth to the whole humidity in the air making it slicker. I honestly think it's a lot that they use in the different mixtures. And then honestly, for what we had here with it being down in the single digits and in the negatives over a couple nights, there was no road treatment that was going to help it anyways.
No.
And that's where, and this is where Greg F puts it down. Plus there's ice is a bigger factor. You can drive on snow, not ice. And I was actually just talking to my brother earlier about that. Was, I had the tractor and I thought about, if we had gotten a whole lot of snow and Jake and Jenna couldn't get the cars out, then I probably would have used the tractor and plowed part of the driveway. Yeah. But I purposely, even last year, I didn't plow the driveway at all because
that snow meant
it's just
something.
Well, the snow provides traction on that, and if I was to scrape it off, it's going to freeze a little bit.
So I see in the comments, y'all are talking about burning up clutches. I do got a story for that. So once I got rid of Rocky's Rockin' Red Radish.
So she's saying Bobby Joe did it. Okay.
Yeah, no, there was lots of people. So my foster family traded in my Granada for a Ford Escort. It was white and it was a manual shift. And at the time I was dating a kid that his parents owned a car dealership. And he had me bring it in and they put white splash marks and pinstriping. And I had white windshield, or not white. The car was white. The pinstriping was hot pink. Splash marks, hot pink. Windshield wipers, hot pink. The little door handles, hot pink. And so, they called it Rocky's Pepsi can after that, right? So it was just a Ford Escort, manual shift, 4-banger, right? And we ended up, I had that car almost all the way through high school. And I think it was my senior year, might have been my junior year, we had our cheerleading summer party. There was 15 of us cheerleaders there. And we decided we were going to go TP the football players. And the only way to get us all from point A to point B was in my car, in an Escort. And so we laid down the hatchback, the seat. And instead of everybody trying to scrub in, we rolled in. So everybody's laying flat. And we left the hatchback open. And 15 people in my little Ford Escort Pepsi can. And it was slow going because it was giving it all she got. And I ended up blowing out my clutch. We got busted for TPing. And I ended up with a $400 transmission bill. Yeah. Been there, done that. Yeah. But it was fun. Good memories, good times.
You can still do it, Bert. You just go with the IndyCar style and get paddle shifters.
Yeah. I love driving a stick. Yeah. Chevy Nova. Yeah. Nice. Man, the 80s were great, y'all. It really was. You know, you had Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and then everybody started driving those kind of cars. And it just, man, the 80s are great. So were the 90s, but the late 80s, yeah, that's so fun. A Capri. I'll tell you, a car I've always wanted. If I were going to go with a small car, it was an MG. I would have liked an MG. MG convertible. Absolutely. I don't think Big Booty Jody would fit an MG now. Maybe. I don't know. Yep. So, oh yeah, Mustang. Why does that not surprise me, Johnny? That doesn't surprise me at all. So yeah, we're just hoping that as soon as the snow melts. Well, tomorrow, I think, are we going to go thrifting tomorrow?
I don't know what we're doing.
Because we're going to town, right?
Yeah, I do have that appointment in the morning, so I guess we could go after that.
Yay. So I get out of the house for the first time in a week. So we'll go thrifting tomorrow. He's got a VA appointment. And then I've got some work to do in the greenhouse. And it's that time, y'all. But we do have one more really bad snap, I think, coming through, if not more.
Yeah, it's going to get cold, rainy again. It's wintertime, y'all. We just have to accept it. But it does make it difficult when, we're trying to set posts in the ground on concrete. Like, I need certain weather for that. Yeah. And it's just not cooperating. I may end up, I do have the whole antifreeze, or not antifreeze, the windshield washer fluid. Like, we could possibly, I've been thinking about just going ahead, and if it's not too bad, that was something I did today, running the sawmill.
Oh.
And
like, where are you going with this?
I was getting there. Calm down. I burned a pile off. I did a little short on it real quick today, but
where'd we put Don's eggs?
I
know I said put them somewhere.
Yeah, they're right here.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, that's a possibility.
But yeah, I burned that pile down, and because it right where it was at, which is my only open spot to like burn brush and cardboard and that kind of stuff. So I had that big brush pile from clearing for the studio,
It
It
was real
wasn't that
big.
big.
It was big.
I burned bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Here I burned bigger. That was a baby pile. You don't let me pile them up anymore.
No, I don't. I don't want to burn down the ridge.
That's why I wait till she's in the house and just.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't go out there today to do that.
But it did clear, and then I guess that's where I was going with it. Was it cleared a better path for moving the logs from where they're at over to.
Yeah. O'Rourke's, have fun. I love thrifting. I will probably hit up our normal spots. We're just gonna stay local. We thought about going into West Plains, but because 10 Box is having their sale again on pork butts, and I've already burned through all that sausage that I made. But honestly, y'all, we've done such an amazing job meal prepping from our harvest and our chickens and the rabbits and now the beef from Butler Family Farms. We don't need anything. Like we need, we were actually talking about going out. It's still bow season. And I'm like, man, it'd really be nice to go hunting now that the snow's on the ground, and it's like, shoot, we don't need it. Like, I know that sounds awful, but we way overproduced on everything else, which I'm not sorry. So maybe a Harvest Right food freeze dryer. I'll have to get with Ryan over at Hardin's Homestead. They have a Harvest Right freeze dryer. I was going to see if,
No, he's Backroads Homestead or.
Oh, Backroads. Is it back to Backroads Homestead?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
He's got like 11 channels.
I know. But they have a freeze dryer, and I thought about maybe seeing how much you would charge me to, to freeze dry some excess, because I don't know how to cook for 2 or 3 or 4. I cook for 15. I always have excess. So it would be nice to have one for here, but I just can't justify it. Nope.
Bill.
Absolutely.
It's quite a trip for.
My love language is cooking for people. I get it from my mama. I can't help it. I love to.
It's a long dinner trip to come from Alaska.
Yeah, if I know you're coming here, I'm gonna already start planning and making food, and yep, that's what I do.
And so we're.
Thank you so much, Heather. You're such a loyal subscriber. I love you so much.
So we're Homestead Hangout. We haven't even covered that yet tonight, guys. Like we jumped right in and was like blah 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 blah.
Both of us are just kind of like.
And so hopefully you guys already came over, and I know we keep watching. We're seeing more and more people popping in with Johnny and Christine, which is awesome. So you guys keep that up and start your Thursday nights at 5:00 Central over at Gillum Farms. And hang out with Johnny and Christine, and congratulations to them. And speaking of Johnny and Christine, and we put them in back in the box, but we did get our mugs. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. We won a Christine Mrs. Gillum Farms mug in their one giveaway, but then they turned around and sent us a Gillum Farms mug too. So
those are going in the YouTube.
I knew that I was losing out because I wasn't going to be able to use the Christine mug because I got vetoed as soon as it was won. Don't touch it. And so thanks,
We're
Johnny.
We're very mug specific people. Are y'all mug specific? Yeah. I'm very mug suspicious. Specific. Wow, that's specific.
Words are hard. But so Homestead Hangout. You start at 5 Central, Johnny and Christine. You come to us for an hour and hang out, and then right after us, you're gonna go to Ginger and Joey over at Not for Nothing Homestead. And hopefully you guys are following right over and going over there and love raiding them. And then when you're done at Not for Nothing,
yes, Derek, 2 doors down.
Can
I'll send you the link.
Go to Dale and Lisa at 9 Acre Family Farms and play Kahoot It. Get a little competitive and.
Yep. And on every Monday night, us ladies at the Homestead Hangout, which is myself, Ginger, Christine, and Lisa, we have, I was trying to read at the same time. We have our Digging in the Word Bible study. And it's just 4 ladies sitting around. Right now, we're working our way through Esther. And oh my gosh, y'all, we're having so much fun with it. Because we keep it real. We keep it down to earth. We're all at different stages in our walk. We're all at different places. And I know for me, I like to relate anything I do to the here and now and the my circle. So it's just an amazing time. We're really, truly blessed to have our Monday nights with Digging in the Word. So if you're so inclined, bop over. We co-stream from all 4 of our channels, and Monday nights at is it 7, right?
7.
Yeah,
Yes.
7 Central Standard Time, and we have a blast. And yeah, please join us if you want to check that out as well. You don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to be anything. We're not. We're just picking a chapter and dissecting it, and it's actually really, really cool. We're loving it. So bop over and check us out for that as well.
It jumped on me when I went to click.
Oh, gotta love it when it jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. I know Debbie said that the Bible study night is an awesome. It is an awesome hour. It truly is, and it goes so fast.
And then this Saturday at 8 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Central, is going to be
Chilling with the
Gillums.
Oh,
so
we didn't do that right.
We always have to go backwards. But yes, so that'll be over at Gillum Farms, and typically it's all 4 of us channels from the Homestead Hangout.
And what I love about Chilling with the Gillums is like, it didn't start off as anything structured or scheduled. It was just something that, we don't go to bars, we don't go party, of course in the summertime, the raining cookouts, campouts, things that we're not talking about that. But, what else are you going to do on a Saturday night if you don't have date night or you're not building or whatever? And we so truly do value our friendships that we found ourselves hanging out in the chat room all together. And so it just kind of grew from there. It wasn't something where we all sat around going, hey, let's start a Saturday night party.
Well,
it wasn't even like that.
And it alternates. Yeah. So Johnny has set it up to where it was alternating weekends, because the weekend that, like this weekend, we're doing Chilling with the Gillums, and then next Saturday it'll be 5 is when Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. They do a big live, and the great part about even with Chilling with the Gillums is come over, and it allows us to put a face to a name sometimes, or talk about new channels if they come up. And we hope to do that too at times too. Because you don't have to have a channel, especially like with StreamYard. We'd love to have a night where we bring up our subscribers. There's just something special about being able to put a name with a face. And I know I've received some emails, and I'm so grateful and thankful for that, with pictures, so we can do that. But yeah, I kind of want to do that at some point, where have an open, as things night. Grow. Yeah. And I think like our setup that we have right now to do our lives is not the most ideal and comfortable position to be in. So, as we get the studio, and that's really the big push for the studio, is giving us that designated space to work on the videos. But then we have other work area, we have storage area. But then I can set up kind of a permanent studio type setting. And she's got a really cool idea for the backdrop that'll be behind us for that. Yeah. So it'll be nice, because I am a very much a compartmentalized person. Like, I like order, and I like to be able to regress out of YouTube when I need to. Good night, Jackie. So, good night. Glad you could hang with us as long as you did. Yes. Yeah, and so I feel that when I'm constantly having to see YouTube stuff, I don't get that break. And so I think it's going to be great to have that YouTube studio set aside for all of our stuff. And then we're not setting it up, putting it down, setting it up, taking it down. And I know Lauren was talking about it too, and I popped it up there for a minute, guys. They do have the Friday night shenanigans. Yes. I'm not going to give you times and who's on who, because I know they kept changing it. Yeah. And yeah, I'm reading words. There's pictures. My brain's mush. So
Too many shots.
He had said it earlier. Was Jackie?
Oh, Jackie.
Yeah, that's why she's like good night. And
Daryl, you're gonna have to send me what her drink of choice is, so that when you all come to visit, I know I'm prepared and I got it. Because I'm ready.
Yeah.
I miss you guys already. Like, I have not even been in person with you, and I already miss you if that's possible. So totally want to meet y'all.
Yeah, because I know also like you have the shenanigans on Friday, but then
do we still have our banners saved?
Michigan
Does that
Life.
save
Yes, they are in there, and we got like 10 minutes, guys, but we do want to talk about. We've got, we talked a little bit earlier, right? We wanted to travel. And I changed it to where it doesn't scroll this time just to see if maybe that works a little gooder. So the first one that we're attending that we know of as of right now is the Lake 10 Killer over at Lake 10 Killer in Oklahoma. Here is the information. And if you go to the community pages of all of our Homestead Hangout group tonight, because there's a lot of channels that are involved in
nice.
Promoting it and getting things around and that kind of stuff. So if you go there,
it's a joint effort.
It is a community that the tribe's pulling together. And so there's an email on there if you have questions. Thistravelok.com is where you go to make your reservation if you want to go to a campsite, but it also can give you information about where it's at, hotels, that kind of stuff. And let me pop this up a minute. All right, so Rebel Hearts. Okay, there you go. Thanks,
David. Oh no,
that's Lauren.
Oh, David.
Yeah.
Okay, Lauren.
David might have, but I might have missed it. But I seen Lauren, so
I saw David pop in with something.
He said he does his live.
I don't know. That's awesome. I'll have the Jim Beam Red Stag. Nice. Okay, Bert. I don't know about I'll have to look at that. What was that? Oh, it jumped. I was just about ready to read something from Kindness, and there it is. Available land. Okay, so there is a homestead. Well, I don't know if you call it a homestead. It's like 9 acres. It's 2 doors. Is it 9? Is it 10?
What?
The one 2 doors down from us.
10.
It's not on the market yet that we know of. We're watching it. Trust us. The gentleman that owned that property passed away a couple months after we got here. And so it's been vacant. We did talk to the son.
Real brief, because I honestly only pulled in there to turn around because we had left, but then we forgot something, so I used that turnaround driveway.
And then there's some up by Kaniki and Ron that's for sale. There's I know that there's a couple that we met. They were on one of our videos. They're looking to sell their land. Theirs is more on there went through Instant Acres or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was the Instant Acres.
Yeah, and they had, how many were there? I
think it was
13
acres or something.
There is lots of land.
It is. I don't know. We even found it's hard to find the land without kind of driving around the area, and sometimes you don't have that availability. Yeah. But so it looks like Drew and I can share a cobbler from Lauren's bringing a couple. He says one for him, but he's little. He's not going to eat a whole one, so we can split it.
Oh.
But so yeah, that's going to be the first meetup, April 26th to 28th.
It's so beautiful there, y'all. If you can make it, please make it.
The next one is right here is the Ozark YouTube meetup, and this one is hosted by Simply Jan. It's Simply Jan Homestead and Steve. I need to send that to
Irene Turner. She'd asked me about it.
Backwoods Misfit, and I just seen somewhere that there was actually a graphic for this that I'll have to go to Jan's page. I'm sure it's on her community page, and I'll try to get it shared to our community page at this Palm de Terre State Park.
Well, and the thing is, and I did get a message from Jan, the park is closed until February, so she wasn't actually able to physically go, but she sent me several different little circles of the campground. So the final, like, you could get a reservation and be fine. But she's still narrowing down the exact campsite location.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little bit of time there for that, y'all.
And then the last one that we're rogered up for as of right now is the Arkansas River Valley meetup here in Arkansas over at Blue Mountain Lake.
Yep.
And that's that's the one that the whole family is hosting and putting on over there at Waveland. That is going to be but yeah, that one is, I put the comment up. Now I need to hide it right here. The Arkansas River Valley. We didn't have the dates on there. How do we not have the dates on there?
Sorry, I failed. Whatever.
Okay.
I'll have to get on there and I'll fix that. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll put
that
the
is
dates.
my fault.
That's the weekend after the Ozark.
Yeah.
It's the 20.
Crap-a-doodle.
No, that's not 26th and 28th. That's the 19th.
I'm looking because I did those tickers and I failed. All right. That was a long day. So when you think it's April?
No, it's in May.
May.
The 16th to the 17th to the 19th.
Yes, but we're actually going to be there Thursday on the 16th. Yeah, the 16th. Sorry about that, y'all.
Bill is, and I'm sure he put it in here, but yeah, Bill, they are doing, if anybody is up in Alaska, there is an Alaska YouTubers meetup up there.
And I don't know. I would love, like, we're still crossed on whether we want to go on the Alaskan cruise or not. Like, we haven't even made up our minds for that. Aw. Thank you, Mel. You're not late. You're right on time. Yeah. And we're still considering going on that cruise. Just, yeah, we're not 100% sold. We actually were, and then we weren't, and then we were, and then we weren't. And yeah, but those are the three that we are rogered up to go to at this time. We're really super excited for all the meetups, and we're even more so after I just did our 1 year in review video, because like I said, yes, what we accomplished on the homestead was amazing. But I quickly, as I got into doing the video, I quickly learned it wasn't just about what we were accomplishing here. It was what we'd accomplished with our friends and building the relationships. And
yeah, and that
was what really became paramount.
That's been the greatest part of, like how she put the year in review video together. But it was that rememory part of all the people that we got to meet and become associated with and become friends with, and build really, really super awesome close relationships with. And it made us realize that there was a lot of times, and for us, I don't know, we don't really feel it as a fault, is we get together and we knew going through that there was other channels and other friends that we've made and become close to that weren't in the video, because the times that we hung out with them,
we just didn't pull the camera out.
We didn't film.
Because we weren't about that. We wanted to connect. And, I felt really bad, like with SLR, I didn't have hardly anything with them. And yeah, because to me, it was, I just wanted to get to know them and build that relationship. And so we are definitely looking forward to all these, because our year was glorified by our friendships and our relationships with everybody. The Okie Homestead in March. I've heard it. I think I do want to go to that.
Yeah, I need to look up some more information.
Dawn,
I know people
text me the dates to that, Dawn, and a link or whatever, so I can check it out, because I definitely want to. The only thing, like, July is like the only month that I don't want to commit to anything, because that's the month we go back home. And that's when we go to the river and la-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Gabby's going to sue. I don't know. Probably still suing for
what?
Not getting...
So I sent our daughter Gabby a care package at Christmas with our other daughter, Kirsten and Cameron. Had sugar cookies and, well, I ain't even going to make the list because I'll just make her mad. And tons of stuff, goodies and treats. It got lost in transit. So poor Gabby and Punky and Sam didn't get any of it. So now I have to send a whole nother package, which I will, sweetheart, next time I bake.
Yeah. And then
That's right.
and yeah, so
Yeah.
you know, Johnny, I'd put that up there because and I did see Drew's comment that they had. There are other lives, guys. We understand that.
Yeah, we can't keep a
we
track of all
obviously,
of them.
you know, we have like our group that we do the Homestead Hangout. So, you know, we're going over there. But anybody else that's going live, hopefully,
Soon.
that's what I'd already
Oh.
put that.
Oh, sorry. But
Joking.
yeah, so it's time to go. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you guys all for
guys,
being
get over
here.
there
Yeah.
and see Ginger and Joey, and love to raid them with all the blue hearts.
And thank you guys for being a
And-
part of our journey this whole year. We are so blessed, and we are just looking forward to year 2. And year 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
whatever. But thank you. We love you.
Go on. Get over to Not For Nothing. Stop commenting. Go. Go on now. Get on out of here.